But, sometimes life is really difficult. And there's a lady that we know of in our songbook called Fanny Crosby. And she was a hymn writer, so she used to write lots of songs. And she was a poet as well, and she wrote these songs, 8,000 songs. It's a lot, isn't it? And I looked through some of those songs, and I thought about them, and I thought I'd tell you about them this morning. But there's 17 songs that we would know really well. So, for example, we would know the song, "To God Be the Glory." Yeah? "I Am Thine, O Lord." "Tell Me the Stories of Jesus." "Jesus, Keep Me Near the Cross." And "All the Way My Saviour Leads Me." You may be surprised to learn that Fanny was totally blind. Couldn't see a thing. And she lost her sight when she was only 6 years old through a mistake that the doctors made, because she had inflammation in her eyes and it wasn't treated correctly. But because she was blind, I'm sure that there were many times that she heard the words, "You can't do this," or "You can't do that, you'll never be able to do that." And one reason I feel sure she heard those words is that she once wrote a song entitled, "Never Give Up." The words of that refrain are like this. It says, "Never give up, never give up, and never give up to the sorrows. Jesus will bid them depart. Trust in the Lord. Sing when your trials are greatest. Trust in the Lord and take heart." We've just read in the Bible about the story of the 4 guys that thought, we're never going to get our friend to see Jesus. So they thought out the box. They knew that if they could only just get their friend to meet Jesus, that he could heal them. So they decided that they would climb onto the roof of this house, which in those days was okay to do that. And they dug through the roof and they lowered him down to Jesus, just where Jesus was. And when Jesus saw how much faith that his friends had, he not only healed the paralyzed man, but he also forgave him of all their sins. We have people that need to come to Jesus as well within our schools, within our workplaces, that need to know of Jesus. And it's not always easy. But if we each will do our part, like the 4 guys that lowered the paralyzed man, if we all just do our little part, we will succeed. We'll beat the obstacles that are out there. And we must never give up, like the song that Fanny had written. We must hold on to the corner of our blanket or our towel and carry on until we bring them to Jesus. Fanny said, "Blindness cannot keep the sunlight of hope from trusting souls." Blindness cannot keep the sunlight of hope from trusting souls. She had great faith in God and put her trust in him to get through all the difficulties that she had in life, all the obstacles. But she never gave up, and nor should we.